Why altcoins and meme coins are failing, the 4 core principles of Bitcoin design, and why they matter. Introduction. In the ever-expanding world of cryptocurrency, the proliferation of altcoins and meme coins has been both a sign of the industry's growth and a reflection of its inherent volatility. While some projects have thrived, many have failed to achieve sustainable value. In this exposition, we'll examine why this happens and explore how the principles that underlie Bitcoin's design, its core principles of decentralization, scarcity, distribution, and neutrality, are not only key to its success, but also offer a blueprint for projects that can endure in the long run. By understanding Bitcoin's 4 core principles, we can better evaluate why many altcoins and meme coins fail, and how certain projects like DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, and AI-driven crypto tokens stand a better chance of succeeding. The key lies in respecting the very design elements that made Bitcoin the most successful cryptocurrency in history. 2. The 4 core principles of Bitcoin design. 1. Bearer asset. Bitcoin was designed as a bearer asset, meaning ownership of the asset is directly tied to possession of the private key to a wallet that holds it. This is a critical distinction because, unlike traditional fiat currencies or digital assets controlled by a central issuer, Bitcoin's value is not tied to any intermediary or authority. Its decentralized nature makes it censorship resistant, and it operates purely through its protocol, without the need for permission from any central entity. This characteristic, however, is also what makes Bitcoin so powerful. The value lies in its decentralization and its ability to be transferred peer-to-peer across the globe without the interference of banks, governments, or third parties. For any altcoin or token to succeed on the same level, it must also be a bearer asset, free from central control, with ownership resting in the hands of its holders. Number 2. Temporal distribution. Bitcoin's temporal distribution mechanism is designed to ensure that the supply of Bitcoin is released over time in a predictable and inflation-resistant manner. This is achieved through the difficulty adjustment and halving processes. The difficulty adjustment ensures that, regardless of how much computing power is added to the network, Bitcoin's block creation time remains consistent, about every 10 minutes. Meanwhile, the halving process cuts the reward that miners receive for validating transactions in half every 4 years, which slows down the rate at which new Bitcoin is created and introduces an element of scarcity. Together, these mechanisms ensure that Bitcoin's supply grows in a controlled, predictable manner over time, ultimately capping the total number of coins at 21 million. This inflation-resistant design prevents the kind of monetary debasement that is common in fiat systems and guarantees that Bitcoin's value will not be eroded by oversupply. 3. Geographic distribution. Bitcoin's geographic distribution is another key to its security and resilience. Proof of work is the consensus mechanism that powers Bitcoin's network, where miners contribute computing resources and energy to validate transactions and secure the network. This process not only secures the blockchain, but also ensures that the Bitcoin network is decentralized across the globe, with no single party controlling the majority of mining power. By maintaining a geographically diverse network of miners, Bitcoin is less vulnerable to attacks or government interference. The network's integrity is maintained by the global spread of participants, ensuring that the security and distribution of Bitcoin's supply is not concentrated in any single location or controlled by any single entity. 4. Neutrality. Bitcoin's neutrality is perhaps its most overlooked yet crucial characteristic. It's neutral in both a technical and political sense. On a technical level, Bitcoin's code is open source and transparent, meaning anyone can audit it and ensure it's functioning as designed. Politically, Bitcoin does not favor any specific group or ideology. It's simply a protocol for transferring value. This neutrality is essential because it ensures that Bitcoin can be used by anyone, anywhere, without discrimination. It also makes Bitcoin resistant to censorship, as there's no central authority that can alter its rules or confiscate its assets. However, the term credible neutrality is often used to emphasize that this neutrality has been proven over time. With 16 years of uninterrupted operation, Bitcoin has demonstrated its ability to remain neutral and secure, making it the most trusted decentralized asset. 3. The failures of altcoins and meme coins. 1. Lack of scarcity and value. The key distinction between Bitcoin and many altcoins or meme coins is scarcity. Bitcoin's value is tied to its fixed supply of 21 million coins. The scarcity is intrinsic to its design. In contrast, many altcoins and meme coins are created without any meaningful limit on supply, with new coins issued arbitrarily or through pre-mined mechanisms. This lack of scarcity leads to a lack of real value. If an asset can be printed at will without any proof of scarcity or contribution of real-world resources, it cannot maintain long-term value. Without a proper distribution mechanism, like Bitcoin's proof-of-work mining, these coins often fail to gain any traction beyond speculative interest. Number 2. Failed utility models. Many altcoins, especially those that emerged during the ICO initial coin offering boom, face the fundamental flaw of retroactively trying to attach utility to coins. These projects often created tokens without any tangible real-world use case, hoping that a community or business model would emerge to give the tokens value. However, without inherent value or meaningful scarcity, these tokens were quickly abandoned when utility could not be delivered. In the case of meme coins, their value is often driven by hype and speculation, not by any underlying utility or resource backing. For these tokens, the hope is that a strong community or some external influencer will give them value, but this reliance on speculation makes them highly susceptible to failure. 3. Distribution issues. A key lesson from Bitcoin's success is the importance of fair geographic and temporal distribution. For a cryptocurrency to have broad adoption, its supply must be distributed in a way that reaches a critical population mass. This was one of the key flaws in early NFT projects. While NFTs had strong community backing, their supply was often too limited, 5,000 to 10,000 tokens at most. This small supply couldn't generate the necessary liquidity and community engagement to reach a broad enough audience. In contrast, meme coins that issued a large supply of tokens from the outset, often with no true purpose or scarcity, failed because the distribution was not tied to any real-world use case or community-driven effort. The result was a lack of critical mass, making it difficult for these tokens to gain sustained value. This content is brought to you by Bobby Giggs. Promote your brand here and reach a wide audience across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow the links in the description to get started. 4. Understanding the success of Bitcoin and the potential of AI crypto tokens. 1. Bitcoin's role as a store of value and transaction medium. Bitcoin has successfully established itself as the preeminent store of value, SOV, in the crypto world. Its scarcity, security, and neutrality have made it the preferred asset for people looking to protect their wealth from inflation or centralization. Furthermore, the Lightning Network has made it feasible for Bitcoin to be used in fast, decentralized, censorship-resistant transactions, increasing its utility as a medium of exchange. Number 2, the need for AI crypto tokens. Similar to the way Bitcoin's transaction fees incentivize miners and secure the network, AI crypto tokens could serve as fuel for agentic AI networks, self-operating AI systems that execute transactions and tasks on behalf of humans. These tokens would enable agent-to-agent transactions within AI networks, facilitating communication, payments, and value exchanges between AI agents. However, while Bitcoin will remain the preferred store of value and the primary medium for human transactions through the Lightning Network, each agentic AI network will need its own fuel token to incentivize its operations and sustain its ecosystem. 3. The future of agentic AI networks. Just as Ethereum and Solana have emerged as dominant L1 smart contract platforms, only a handful of agentic AI networks are likely to succeed. These networks will need to provide specific utility and scalability to justify their existence in the AI economy. Only 2 to 3 major networks will likely capture the most value and attention, while others will fade into obscurity, much like the many altcoins that never found a sustainable purpose. Lessons learned from Bitcoin's design. 1. Importance of fuel tokens in ecosystem growth. By analyzing Bitcoin's design, we can learn that the most successful tokens are those that serve a specific purpose and function as fuel for a larger system. Whether it's a blockchain network or an agentic AI network, a token that lacks intrinsic utility or is issued without real-world value or scarce resources is unlikely to endure. 2. Network effect and sustainability. Bitcoin's success is also due to the network effect. The more users and participants there are, the more valuable the system becomes. In the same way, DePIN projects or AI networks that integrate real-world resources will succeed because they leverage a strong network effect that attracts more contributors and participants over time. Conclusion. Altcoins and meme coins fail because they often lack the core principles that made Bitcoin successful: scarcity, distribution, and neutrality. In contrast, DePIN projects and AI crypto tokens stand a better chance of success because they align with Bitcoin's design by incorporating real-world value, scarce resources, and decentralized distribution models. By studying Bitcoin's design and understanding its fundamental principles, we can identify the key factors that drive the success of cryptocurrency projects, and why many altcoins, meme coins, and speculative tokens will never achieve lasting value.